Welcome to Lost in Revision. All of our content is public domain, literature, fairy tales, and folklore. We look at stories through an irreverent and lighthearted lens in our discussion episodes, and our daily stories are a fun way to listen to the original versions in a short format that can fit into most people's schedules. If you prefer to listen to full chapters, you can subscribe to our Patreon page. We just added a $1 option that provides early access and more. You can check the show notes for our Linktree page, where there are links to all of our public pages, ways to contact us, and all of our content. Our goal is to at least break even to cover our expenses, so any support that you can offer to help us reach that goal helps keep this podcast going and you entertained. All of our music is by Nathan Hubble and is used with his permission. Thanks, and enjoy the show.
Robin Hood Turns Butcher. Part 6. Then Robin Hood and all his merry men arose also, and Robin said to the sheriff, If thou must go, worshipful sir, go thou must, but thou hast forgotten one thing. Nay, I forgot not, said the sheriff, yet all the same his heart sank within him. But I say thou hast forgot something, quoth Robin. We keep a merry inn here in the green wood, but whoever becometh our guest must pay his reckoning. Then the sheriff laughed, but the laugh was hollow. Well, jolly boys, quoth he, we have had a merry time together to-day, and even if ye had not asked me, I would have given you a score of pounds for the sweet entertainment I have had. Nay, quoth Robin seriously, it would ill beseem us to treat your worship so meanly. By my faith, Sir Sheriff, I would be ashamed to show my face if I did not reckon the king's deputy at 300 pounds. Is it not so, my merry men all? Then I, cried all in a loud voice. 300 devils, roared the sheriff. Think ye that your beggarly feast was worth 3 pounds, let alone 300? Nay, quoth Robin gravely, speak not so roundly, your worship. I do love thee for the sweet feast thou hast given me this day in merry Nottingham town, but there be those here who love thee not so much. If thou wilt look down the cloth, thou wilt see Will Stutely, in whose eyes thou hast no great favour. Then the other 2 stout fellows are there here that knowest thou not, that were wounded in a brawl nigh Nottingham town, some time ago, thou wottest when. One of them was sore hurt in one arm, yet he hath got use of it again. Good sheriff, be advised by me, pay thy score without more ado, or it may be fare ill with thee. As he spoke, the sheriff's ruddy cheeks grew pale, and he said nothing more, but looked upon the ground and gnawed his nether lip. Then slowly he drew forth his fat purse and threw it upon the cloth in front of him. Now take the purse, Little John, quoth Robin Hood, and see that the reckoning be right. We would not doubt our sheriff, but he might not like it if he should find that he had not paid his full score. Then Little John counted the money, and found that the bag held 300 pounds in silver and gold. But to the sheriff it seemed as if every clink of the bright money was a drop of blood from his veins. And when he saw it all counted out in a heap of silver and gold, filling a wooden platter, he turned away and silently mounted his horse. Never have we had so worshipful a guest before, quoth Robin, and as the day waxeth late, I will send one of my young men to guide thee out of the forest depths. Nay, heaven forbid, cried the sheriff hastily. I can find mine own way, good man, without aid. Then I will put thee on the right track mine own self, quoth Robin, and taking the sheriff's horse by the bridle rein, he led him into the main forest path. Then, before he let him go, he said, Now, fare thee well, good sheriff, and when next thou thinkest to despoil some poor prodigal, remember thy feast in Sherwood Forest. Ne'er buy a horse, good friend, without first looking into its mouth, as our good Gaffer Swathold says. And so, once more, fare thee well. Then he clapped his hand to the horse's back, and off went the nag and Sheriff through the forest glades. Then bitterly the Sheriff rued the day that first he meddled with Robin Hood, for all men laughed at him, and many ballads were sung by folk throughout the country of how the Sheriff went to shear and came home shorn to the very quick. For thus men sometimes overreach themselves through greed and guile.
I hope you're enjoying the stories. We sure are enjoying creating this for you. If you go and sign up on Patreon, you can listen without having to hear me talking in the intro and outro. For only $3 a month, you get the full chapters as soon as I have them edited, and you have your own personal RSS feed with no interruptions. We just added a $1 option that provides early access and more. We also have an account with buymeacoffee.com if you want to support us that way. So check out our link tree in the show notes for all of the best ways to get in touch and support the show.
There's a lot more waiting for us all at the end of the road.